In Fury, you cannot lose if you have total court control. Now, let's see if this Fury could really stack up against Nabai in next episode, because Achan unveils something that has actually been built up for quite a long time in this series. The 100 square control. This was brought up a while back, long time ago in the series when, Achan was first learning tennis, and he was talking about how he can, make the entire other opposite end of the tennis match, into 100 squares. Well, he actually uses this in this episode, and it made me fucking drop my jaw to the ground, because I was like, oh my god, he can actually control that much now. So this is a big game changer, a very big game changer, because like I said earlier on in this review, in Fury, you cannot lose. So, can this Fury overcome this player that even beat Takuma? Because if Achan beats this player, Achan is one step closer to defeating Takuma and getting to be a pro player. Now, the episode is really good. The majority of the episode is Achan getting his ass kicked. I'm just gonna be straight out honest. He was just getting freaking demolished the entire episode. You saw him getting destroyed. You saw Nabai just messing around with him, changing his playstyle, throwing Achan off balance, and, just dominating. Seriously, he dominated almost 2 sets completely, and then Achan changed it up and started to win right towards the end. Necessarily, though, Achan hasn't won yet since, the match isn't over, the second set isn't over, and Achan just now finally going into his new playstyle. So, judging by the way this has came out, Achan has 2 big major playstyles to use now. He has his fundamentals playstyle, and he also has his 100 square playstyle. So I like that a lot of how Achan has 2 different things to choose from, and another thing we can get from this episode is that Achan is going to evolve from this match. Not just because of, he's fighting a tough player, but because his weaknesses are being targeted. What happens when you poke at someone's weakness enough in an anime, or anywhere, honestly, in real life or whatever? Your weakness will either get bigger, or you'll learn to evolve from that weakness and you'll move on and get stronger. Either way, that's usually what happens when you have a weakness that's being targeted a lot, especially like this episode. And so Achan most likely is going to realize that his fundamentals have so many holes in it that he's going to have to adjust his playstyle. So, really intriguing that, Achan's having to deal with this, because, a couple episodes back, we saw the exact same extent of Achan messing with other people's weaknesses. So, this is now happening to Achan, and now Achan is dealing with the evolve form. Pretty much he's evolving as a player. Now, the overall tension of the episode was good. I love the slow build up towards the end where Achan just turns the entire game on top of its head, and he pretty much starts dominating right towards the end. It was a really cool twist, and honestly, I kind of expected Achan to do that, but I did not expect him to do the 100 square tennis. I did not expect that one. I expected him to come back and change his playstyle in some form or fashion, but to see something like that, that was incredibly shocking, and so I will give it to the writer, the mangaka that wrote this series, to that, doing that type of foreshadowing so early on in the series. Now, personally, I love the music in this episode. The music really complemented every specific scene in this, especially like the ending. I love getting to see Nabai and the inner monologues with him and Achan. It's something I really enjoy, getting to see the different perspectives of the different players. Like, for instance, when you have, Nachan in the background behind Nabai, you see, Achan looking at her, he's like, huh? You can win. He's like, no. He's like, why do you think I can win and all that? I like that entire emotional support Nachan gave Achan in this episode. So, once again, I'm going to have to say I can't wait till those two get together, because those two are definitely going to become a couple later on in the series. I don't know when, but I'm telling you right now, a writer does not make the romance so obvious unless they're going to put those 2 characters together, and it's obvious that Nachan and Achan will become girlfriend and boyfriend. Now, overall, I enjoyed the episode. If I had to rate this episode of Baby Steps, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. Tell me your thoughts about this episode of Baby Steps. What'd you feel about the entire playstyles of Nabai? What'd you feel about the entire playstyle of Achan? What do you feel about this new, playstyle Achan's going to be evolving into? Do you feel like, Nabai's going to come up on top? Do you think he's going to win? Let me know in the comments below. I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.